Painful, how painful. My head hurt so badly. A gaudy dream world instantly shattered. Jumingru felt an abnormal throbbing pain. As the sharp object that pierced Adri through his temples sand was twisting ruthlessly. Ouch. In his stupor, Hetridamavi Bu found had lost control over his body. Amidst still dreaming, he forced himself to focus, to escape the darkness, and finally, he broke free. His vision, blurred at first, was screened by a faint crimson. Hua sitting gatastudides made of burly wood. In Themidal Wasano penned a notebook with coarse, yellow pages. Its title written in strange, deep black lettering. To the left, a stack of books. To the right, a classical Western steel wall lamp, a black ink bottle, and a brass revolver. A revolver. Jumingru was completely taken aback. This looked nothing like his room. Shocked, he noticed that the notebook, and the revolver were all covered in a layer of crimson veil. It was light shining from the window. Subconsciously, he looked up. In midair, a crimson moon hung against the black of Velvetsky, glowing in dreadful silence. Jumingru felt inexplicably horrified as he stood up abruptly. That benign his head flared, making him lose his strength and slam back onto the chair. He propped himself up again, frantically sizing up the room. A low wooden bed, a cabinet, strange pipes on the wall, and across from him, a dressing mirror with two cracks. With a sweep of his gaze, Jumingru saw himself in the mirror. Black hair, brown a linen shirt, and a rather deep outline. Stranger's face. Could he have it transmigrated? The thought just surfaced when memories began flooding his mind. Klein Moretti, ascetize of the Kingdom, arson graduate from the Department of History at Co University. His family was poor. His parents were deceased, leaving him with an older brother and a younger sister. As a history graduate, he grasped the ancient Hermes language. His mind stirred. He looked back at the notebook on Thebes. The strange text was suddenly readable. It was Hermes. The dark ink wrote every own wildy, including me. His. Jumingru felt inexplicably horrified. Recoiling, he instinctively reached out to hold the ejectable to steady himself. That Swen had discovered a bloody handprint in the wood, its color deeper than the crimson moonlight. He looked down at his wrist end. His palm and fingers were covered in blood. The throbbing pain in his head did smash me head open. He turned and stumbled toward the cracked dressing mirror, but the moonlight was too dark to see clearly. He remembered the gas lamp on the wall. He twisted the switch. Click, click, nothing. A memory fragment triggered. The gas meter. Hirishto strange mechanical device on the other wall. Finding a copper penny in his trousers, I inserted it into the meter. Clink, clang. The sound of grinding gears echoed. He returned a desk and twisted the gas lamp. Switch again. A fire plume ignited, and bright, warm light instantly blanketed the room. Jumingru hurried back to the dressing mirror. This time, he saw it clearly. His temple had a grotesque wound with burn marks along its periphery. Blood stained the surroundings, and in grayish-white brain juices were squirming slowly within. He reeled back in fear. How could a person with such grievous wounds still be alive? He frantically touched his chest, feeling harassing, heart full of fatality. He touched his skin. It was warm. He looked back at the mirror. The wound, the flesh around it was visibly, slowly. The restorative effects the transmigration brings, he muttered. Regardless, he was still alive. But what happened? He quickly cleaned the blood from his face, his hand, and the handprint in Thebes. Ash whipped at the floor, his fingers touched in thin cold, yellow bullet casing. He froze, his gaze shot to the brass revolver on Thebes. He picked it up, opened the cylinder, and poured out the rounds. 5 gleaming rounds, and an empty cartridge shell. Jumingru stared at the empty shell, his mind connecting the dots: the gun, the empty cartridge, the fatal wound in his temple. Releasing the round with a revolver pointed at the temple. The original Klein Moretti hadn't just died. He had committed suicide. But why? And we did it transmigrate? Asha flicked their revolver cylinder. A thought flashed in his mind, illuminating the fog of confusion. Bad luck. Yes. Itridita luck enhancement ritual before Nertode. DF found the ritual in an old, thread-bound book. 4 portions of food. 4 steps counter-clockwise. 4 strange etchants. Denied us a joke. But wow would have you would actually transmigrate tin the middle of the night. There is a distinct possibility that it stuido that ritual. Jumingru is stopped flicking Thessalindaran sat straight up. If it's really because of that is stand a chance of transmigrating back.